Warning, this is part 2, so please watch part 1 before continuing on with this video. Previously, on Chocoboar's high school love story, he was just sitting there, kind of quiet, and it caught my eye. Usually after school, I will meet Link by the specific tree almost every day after school. And after a while, I started to develop some feelings for this guy. Yeah, near the end of prom, we actually did a slow dance together. Like, he never asked me to be his girlfriend, I never asked him, and it was just kind of mutual feeling that we liked each other. Very romantic and fun summer. Then came senior year. Hello everyone, this is Chocoboar here, and this is the long-awaited part 2 of my high school romance story. So let's get to it. After a long fun summer, we're going to jump right into senior year, where Link and I are still friends with mutual feelings for each other. You would think after having a lot of time together over the summer, we might start dating, but it stayed relatively the same. Starting the new year means new classes, so I was really hoping to get classes with Link. But as you know, Link is very smart, and I am very dumb, so being placed in similar classes is already tough. There are 2 required classes for us to graduate, and I was hoping to be placed with them, but sadly, for this term, we just had band class together. Well, at least I had one. And near the start of the year means homecoming's around the corner. To my surprise, Link was actually joining the small group I had for homecoming. It was just 8 of us, it was no big deal. Unlike all the other years I went to homecoming, not counting freshman year, that's a different story. We usually plan to go at a restaurant and then go to the dance, but because it's my senior year, we didn't really focus that much on it. We wanted it to be relaxing and just a chill to the start of senior year, since this is when we leave high school. So yeah, to my surprise, he joined, so being with my friends and my crush and the start of the year, dancing, was very relaxing. Sadly, the fun and relaxing feeling didn't last very long. As the season started to change, so did something else. I had this weird feeling growing inside me, like Link didn't like me anymore. I couldn't put my finger on it, but whenever I talked to him, that worried feeling always went away. And because of that, I started to find time during my schedule to see him whenever I can. In the morning, before class, after class. Sometimes I would try to walk with him to his next class, even if it meant that I'll be late for mine. I would do anything to talk to him, just to ease this worried pain in my heart. He had some classes with some of my other friends, so I would try to make excuses that I wasn't visiting him and I was there to talk to my other friends, but I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty obvious why I was there. I couldn't help it. Talking to him made me feel better. It made me happy. And sadly, it was just a small bandage to the problem. The days became colder, and I feel like so was Link. I felt like he was a little distant, he was being a little cold. But I tried my best to be the friend I was with him, trying to keep this relationship warm and cozy like it was. And he warmed up just a little bit, but winter break hit. And due to my family loving Christmas, and Christmas being a special time in our life, I couldn't really hang out with my friends. Outside of my house, that is. And because of that, there was no time I could see Link over the winter break. The feelings started to get worse. But texting was a thing. But you know how annoying texting can be. I tried not to message him much. And honestly, I just couldn't wait for school to start back again. I had comfort from fortune cookies and soda caps, but it was a long 2 weeks. New Year's has already happened, and finally, it was back to school again. I was so excited to finally be able to see Link again. And with this new year means a new term, which means new classes. So I was trying to roll for good luck for this term, trying to get into another class with Link, which I did. I was in the same economics class with him and one other friend. What luck I struck. My grades might not be looking great, but the last part of senior year was starting to look bright for me. With the cold days warming up, it was close to Valentine's Day. We can't have a romance anime without Valentine's Day episodes, everyone. So, every year, I usually make brownies and cookies for my friends, but I wanted it to be special this year, as I wanted my feelings for Link to move forward a little bit. I didn't know what to do though. I didn't want to make it too special, because that'll be too weird. So the best thing I thought of was giving Link the best cookies I've made and a small little note. I honestly don't remember what I wrote, but I do remember how I felt that day. So on Valentine's Day, I was giving out my little baggies to my friends like I normally do, but when it came to giving Links, I kind of avoided trying to give it to him throughout the whole day. I was trying to find the perfect time to give it to him. The day felt very long, and eventually the school day ended, and I was still holding on to the baggie and the note. But it wasn't over yet. I still had my last chance by the tree where we always meet. So I slowly walked up, hoping he was alone. Sadly, he wasn't. And then more of my friends started showing up, so all I can do is just talk. And then he suddenly had to leave. I couldn't lose my chance to give him the perfect baggie I prepped for him, so I scrambled it out and gave it to him before he ran off to go home. Spring is finally here, which means prom season is slowly approaching. I kept thinking about how magical it was last year and was wondering and hoping it'll be as magical it was last year. Friends kept asking if Link will ask me this year, and surprisingly, people that I don't really talk to mentioned that I'll probably go to prom again with Link this year. And these are people that aren't even in my friend group, just in my class. I didn't realize how obvious it was that I liked Link, even outside my friend group, so my hopes were really high up. I was getting really excited for prom. But as it got closer, I started feeling that maybe Link won't ask me this year. It was that same strong feeling coming back, even harder than before. I couldn't stop thinking about it and it wouldn't leave me alone. Worrying, doubting, and started talking bad about myself. What if I'm too ugly? What if I'm too boring? Maybe I'm annoying him. Maybe he found someone better than me. I started feeling really sad, and it sparked a feeling that I haven't felt in years. Jealousy. I started thinking that Link liked someone else, and maybe it was one of my friends. It was so strong, and I just couldn't help but beat myself up about it. But then one day, I walked into my economics class. Hey, Choco. What's he doing?
Hey, where did you put your pencil case?
Oh, here.
Can I have the pen I gave you for this class?
Huh? But I like it. Can you give me a different pen?
Fine, but you'll be in charge of the calculations today.
I'll do my best. Time for the calculator. Huh? I guess I'll respond after class.
You'll need your textbooks.
Hey Choco, can you get me a textbook? Of course. I'll get it for you and Link. Huh?
Did you see the note?
Oh, yeah. Did you want an answer now?
Well, kinda, yeah.
Oh, well then yes. That's right, just like last year, it was through a calculator. And because of how awkward I am with interactions in person, I was pushed into a corner. I couldn't even check mark a stupid box on a note that eventually I was forced to say yes in person. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, my past self, but just remembering how weird I was, it's the best I could have done. But that day, those negative feelings that were weighing me down started to melt away a little bit. I hope that this prom will be as magical as it was before. Leading up to prom, I made a lot of attempts to hang out with my friends. I mean, this was my last high school year. It was the last time I'll probably see a lot of my friends in this setting. So I made efforts to hang out and make the most of my high school life before it was over. Then finally the big day has arrived. I had one other friend to calm my nerves like I did last year, but I had my mother to do my makeup this time. My other friend, she was busy doing her own makeup for this special day. So when Link came to pick me up, it didn't feel the same. I walked down the stairs, then our eyes met, and then we took pictures, but something felt different. I felt like I was the only one that was nervous. Was he more confident? Was he more comfortable with me? I couldn't put my finger on it, but something felt strange. After the pictures at my place, me and Link went off to our friend's place to take more pictures there, and then headed off to the restaurant. I asked Link, can we share a meal together? Surprisingly though, he was more hungry than usual, so he wanted his own dish. I didn't know what to do since I was still pretty nervous, but my best friend was sitting next to me, so we decided to share food together. After the restaurant, we had our limo ride to go to the prom location, and in all honesty, I have no memories of this limo ride. It was a ride of a lifetime. It's what every senior experiences in prom, and I have no memories of it. Like, what is going on? I was so excited for this ride, and anyway. So we got to the location, met up with the rest of our friends at the parking lot, and then we headed towards the entrance. But something felt a little off. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Maybe I was just imagining things, but anyways, we made it to the main area where prom was held, and we decided to take pictures before we got all sweaty from the dance floor. We took a couple of different pictures, some as groups, some as couples, some with just girls, and some with just boys, and it was pretty fun. And after the picture taking, we decided to go to the dance floor. I remember it raining on this prom, and I'm gonna be honest, this prom wasn't as memorable as the first one. I do remember having a lot of fun and smiling a lot with my friends, but the one thing that caught me a lot with this prom was that it was raining. There was something about the rain. It kind of mesmerized me that time. I don't know why. And then when I got home, it continued to rain. I was really hoping that prom would make something spark again. I would feel the magic again, but I felt more desperate than before. I was preparing to get ready for college too, and I was even thinking about where Link would go for college and if I could go to the same college as him, spend more time with him. And if I couldn't get to the same college, I wanted to be able to drive and see him. I was that crazy. It was the first time I really felt special for a second. I didn't want to lose it. And, after prom, life continued as always. And before you know it, we graduated. And those strong, deep feelings of doubt and sadness were still eating me up between me and Link. I didn't know what to do. I planned this huge beach trip, which a lot of drama happened between my family and Link, where I was forbidden to keep in contact with him. But I wanted this to work out. I wanted my family to like him, so I fixed it up just a little bit between my family and Link. And I was really hoping that something will happen. I will get my chance to talk to Link about what will happen between us. And it happened. Right before we went off to college, Link and I met up. And then...
I don't have feelings for you anymore, Choco.
Just like that, my heart sank. Not long after, I think 2 months after this, on Facebook it was announced that Link and one of my friends from middle school started dating. I'll call her Zelda for this sake. Text messages were sent to me, sharing confusion and words of comfort. And all I can do was cry. My friends started messaging me how they hate Link and how Zelda was a big traitor, that she should have known. But I didn't see it like that. All I could do was blame myself. Of course I didn't like this. I started maybe being too obsessed with Link. I didn't know how to control my feelings. I was so shocked that this could ever happen to me, that I just wanted to happen so bad that it just made this situation worse for myself. But I still loved Link, and I would do anything for him. And this became clear. What I needed to do now for Link was to let him go. It didn't happen overnight. Of course it didn't. It took time, and I met other people, but it took a while. It hurt so bad to see them together. They were my two friends. But I had decided, as long as Link was happy, I will try to smile, even if it wasn't with me. And eventually, I did. And that concludes Chocoboar's high school love story. I wanted to share this story. It's one of my interesting high school memories that I have that I absolutely love thinking about, despite it having a really sad ending. But a lot of memories that I have are from high school. So I want to encourage everyone to make those memories that you want. Make it happen. Whether they'll work out or not, it'll be a fun memory in the future one day. Just you wait. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for your patience. I worked my best whenever I could to get this video done. I know it's been like 1 year, but hey, I finished it and it's here now. But yeah, why don't you leave your juicy, dramatic love stories in the comments. I would love to read them and find out more drama in other people's lives because that's so much fun. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Jamata!